Classes in session.
All right, Jay. I got a question for you, buddy.
Okay.
What do you think of when I say this? The tragedy of talent, or what I'm seeing is like the lack thereof when you realize you don't have a talent in something. Like
Hmm.
when, say if it's basketball or anything, but when you can't find your talent or you don't have a talent in something, like what's the tragedy of that?
Ooh, that's a good one. Um, I don't think no one on earth doesn't have a talent. I think people are not taking enough time to find it,
Okay.
right? And the tragedy of that is inventions that we miss out on, or companies that we do not get to see grow, or I would say stars. Like it's a lot of people. Like I know a young lady now that can sing her butt off,
Hmm.
but she is so scared to actually pursue her dreams because it's so out of the norm and everybody says it's so hard to become a singer that she would never ever get in the studio and never bless the world with her gift.
Hmm.
And that's a thousands and millions of people that she probably could touch and change their life that would never be touched and never, I would say, never be inspired to do anything. So when you don't take the time to actually figure out what you're good at, you're not only wasting your time, you're not only sacrificing your, I would say, talent, you're sacrificing everyone else that could possibly benefit off of your, I would say, gift.
Hmm.
But in the same element, how long did it take you to find your talent? Or have you even found it yet?
Okay. And we've kind of talked about this a little bit.
Uh huh.
So when I'm looking internally,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have a talent, like, or I haven't found it. I'm searching for it.
Okay.
Now, the people say when they see my creative side, if it's
Mm-hmm.
photography, videography, animation, like that's your
I'm one of those
talent.
people.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like people see that, and I'm like, I'm trying to take that and really listen to that. Like, hey, that's my talent, and that's why I'm going full board into my thing. Because again, and if you go that, like how long it took me that, because again, we're looking at 27 years, that kind of thing, and that's
Yeah.
and that's young, because you could be, if you're listening and you're 40 or 50, you may be in the same situation, but there's something there. You just have to find it, or like figure out that that was your thing.
So do you think people miss their talents because they don't believe the people around them when they tell them that is your thing, that is your gift?
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, I
That's,
know, right?
yeah, because it's like, because the thing is with talent, you can be just completely like not sad, but like obliterated when you can, like, man, like some, like whoever,
This
like,
motherfucker can
yeah,
do
he
this.
can do
Do
this, and
this.
he doesn't even want it. Like, I want that. Like, god damn.
I
And
know.
that's like the tragic part. Like, ugh, and that's where it's like, I think that's one thing we could talk about sometime. Is like, do you just work your ass off and be work so hard to maybe be good or something like that?
Right?
Yeah, it's kind of like maybe like Steve Kerr,
Right, right, right.
he worked his ass
That's
off to
off.
be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Right.
yeah,
We both
yeah,
agree
yeah,
he's okay.
is okay.
Okay.
And he even goes into the coach thing because he's a good coach. He's a great
Right.
coach. So yeah.
And see, that's why I was like, okay, so like for me personally, I always wanted to be a rapper, right?
Mm.
But I ran across like my brother was in the room and some real rappers that didn't want to be rappers, but just can come up with word patterns and simulations and learn how to like chop up bars and all that. And I'm working my ass off to write a bar. Like I'm going looking up like how people do poetry,
Yeah.
rhythm class, and they're just like, nah, I wake up and do this shit. And I'm going bird's eye view, right? Like let's step back. Do I have a gift that someone else is like, yeah, Jay's spending all this time trying to rap, but he could be doing this because this is what you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you
it's
keep
because the thing is with talent, maybe it's something just me. It's like it's blatantly obvious. Like, I'm really good at this. Like, if it's basketball, like I can, shoot,
right. I
yeah.
mean,
And but like for me, it's like, because it's like a lot of work. It takes me a lot of like I'm learning all the time. Like there's so, like, it doesn't naturally come like colors and like like I have to think about it, ideas and concepts.
mhm,
But my mind works in weird abstract ways, I've kind of
mhm.
realized. But I mean, maybe it is even with your talents. Like, do you have to put, like, I put in a lot of work just to be
Hell
kind of
yeah.
good at it. So that's my misconception, is like, it just comes easy. And maybe that's the thing, is one of the kind of questions that are coming into the
Mhm.
talent is like, some people will have a great talent of what you like. Like,
Right.
if it's for my side, it's creative. Like some people like just can take like they see the photos, they see the animation, like all that stuff so easy. They can do in an hour what takes me a day.
Right.
And that's the tragedy. That's what I was kind of saying. Like when you see that, like if you love basketball and
Mhm.
you're like, I can't do it. Like that's the
Right.
tragedy of it.
So, I mean, well, the tragedy of that is, well, what you think you should be good at and what you actually are good at,
Hmm.
right? Like, it's so many people that wanna play basketball,
Yeah.
right? That knows how to, hit the jump shot every time or how to dribble the ball correctly, but they're not, I would say, that athletically gifted,
Right.
right? But that doesn't mean they're not gonna be a great coach.
Yeah. Okay.
But they
I
but they
like
are
that. I like that. I like
right, you
that.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, your dream and your, I would say, the ability to see things that are not there, it doesn't have to end up the way you think it should end up. 9 times out of 10,
Mm,
it doesn't. Like, some
yeah.
of our best coaches were not our best players.
Yeah.
Like, Michael Jordan is a horrible GM, right?
Right.
But he's one of the greatest that ever played the game
Yeah.
because his gift was to actually perform.
Yeah.
But his coach was all right when he played basketball, but he was a phenomenal coach.
Mm,
So, to bring it back just to, like I would say, in the real world context, it's going to be listening to people that actually care about you. Not everybody, right? Don't listen to everybody, but the people that actually care when they tell you that you're great at something, and then go, okay, take a moment, take it in, and then work on that. But I think everybody will be all right. It's just most people are not going to take the time.